Hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are here again. We are gathered here to watch or to practice Sly 1 speedrunning. We'll see how well it goes. We'll see. So, before we get back to where we were last time, because we started off at we ended off after episode 1. I want to go back to the beginning and practice all that we've learned and see kind of how we're feeling. I'm not going to time it today, I don't think. Maybe next time. I don't want music on. Yeah. And then, for now, we are actually going to hide the tutorial video. We'll have it back up once we get going. Alright. Here we go. So first off, corner grab. Good shit. Okay, here we go.
Escape me, raccoon!
The music's probably. And then it's gonna do the intro cutscene. I should have.
Once again, my.
Hold on, I'm gonna see something real quick. I want to see something. Because I think.
You can't escape me, raccoon!
Once again, my gang and I had given Inspector
Alright, that's
Carmelita
fine.
Fox the slip. I was surprised to see how well she took it. Finally,
Why
the
is it
secret
so
police
loud?
file I'd been searching for all these years.
Why is it so
With
loud?
this,
There we go.
I could avenge my family and regain possession of our most valuable
Soda, what
treasure.
are you doing?
It all began when I was just a kid, bouncing on my
What are
father's knee.
you?
You see, I come from a long line of
Bubs,
master
you okay?
thieves who kept all their secrets of sneaking and stealing
Okay.
in an ancient book. The Thievius Raccoonus.
The
Anyone
GVS
who read it learned to be
raccoonish.
especially sneaky, which is why we specialize in stealing from criminals. After all, there's no honor, no challenge, no
There's a
fun
way to
in
skip the
stealing from ordinary
cutscenes.
people. You rip off a master criminal, and you know you're a master thief. Well, on the night I was supposed to inherit the book, 5 visitors came unannounced to our door. My father fought to protect us, but the gang of villains known as the Fiendish Five overpowered him and ransacked our house until they found the Thievius Raccoonus. Our family's manual of thieving greatness fell into their filthy hands. They tore the book into 5 pieces and split it up, each villain disappearing to the farthest corners of the world to commit dastardly crimes. Broken alone, I was dumped at the town orphanage. There I met 2 guys who became my lifelong buddies and trusted crew. Bentley, techno genius and strategist supreme, and Murray, part-time driver and full-time burden. Together we pledged to track down the Fiendish Five, avenge my father, and steal back the Thievius Raccoonus. I knew I was about to face the toughest test of my life. On this mission, I would either become a master thief like my ancestors before me, or fail and allow my family name to bite the dust.
That was a nice piece of work back there at police headquarters, Sly. Come see me if you want to check out any of your old movies. I've got them all here on my computer. Use the left analog stick to move around the hideout and the X button to select things. I'm already plugged.
I can't select this one. I know there's ways to do it. You have to set up your
The road trip gave me the time I
save file
needed
just
to
right.
study up on Sir Raleigh the Frog.
As a young man, this hot-tempered frog grew bored of his life of luxury and privilege. On a whim, he tried his hand at a bit of piracy and found it to his liking. Raleigh, who quickly became addicted to crime, was brought into the Fiendish Five as chief machinist, where his evil tinkering genius rose to new heights. The last reported sighting of this mad machinist was off the soggy coast of the Isle o' Wrath, a small island uncomfortably situated in the middle of the perilous Welsh Triangle.
Hello, Soph. Welcome. Welcome in, my friend. I should get you more emotes. We're running back through the areas we've already completed to kind of see how much I remember, how much I can pull off. Nope. Nope. There we go. I am. I hope you're doing well. I almost got it there. Hello, game. You just did it for me. No, I feel that. So if you need to tell me to fuck myself, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to say what you need to say. I get it. I don't take it too personally. There we go. So for here, I need to go between the two coins. Yep. Fuck work. Why would we ever need work? Who needs money? Fuck. I'm rewriting it because fuck you. Why is that not going? Grr. That's so annoying. You do need the job. What am I doing wrong? There we go. I forgot you don't actually have to. Hello. What am I doing wrong here? Okay, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna. Because I'm kind of annoyed at myself. That's why I'm redoing this, though. Okay. What am I doing wrong? I don't have to, but I'm wanting to. It's a case of me wanting to go back. There we go. Okay. Nope. Okay, so now. Oh. Okay, and then I can just run the level normally. So I ain't gonna lie with you, Chief. This was not faster than me just running it normally, but that's because of my ineptitude.
That large vault has got to be somehow related to those
Opening up a beverage, but it is not an adult beverage. I do not want any of those today. I'm enjoying an orange cream soda. Because that shit's good. Because I'm a sucker for, like, dreamsicle flavors. Hello.
Now might be a good time to mention that hitting the X button.
That blimp looks like the most secured location on this boat. If Raleigh's really as smart as his police files suggest, then that's where I'll find him.
Wonderful idea, but your plan is flawed.
Why?
Because it's impossible.
Oh, yeah, hold on. I don't have to do this, but I want to. Oh my god, 21 minutes. I should already be done with this episode at this point. Oh wait, yeah, no I shouldn't be. Because joke's on you. I sat AFK on this world for a bit. Oh my god, I almost got it. Okay, that's... I'm doing it too late. Oh, I almost got it. Nope, I'm doing it too early. Oh, I almost got it. Okay. Soda, what are you doing? Oh my god! Nope. I've been too early. Oh my god! Oh my god. Oh no, I fucked it up. Nope. I need to hold it. I need to hold it. There we go. Oh no! Help. Uh, 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 uh. I can do this. I'm a big boy. Nope. I can do this. Oh my god. Oh! So I'm getting the double jump. Nope. Oh, almost got it. I'm doing it a little too late. Ugh. Hello. There we go. Okay, what the fuck am I doing wrong? How is he getting so much air? No, I did it way too late. What am I? I'm so confused. What am I doing wrong? Hmm. Should I go ahead and have this on? I should.
Wait. Jump. And there we are. So, the way that actually gets you up over this hill, or up over this roof rather, is a slope jump. So as you can see, if I just jump normally here, like a double jump, I'm not really gaining any height. But if I run up against this wall and then double jump, you can see I gain a lot more height. And this is what's called a slope jump.
Okay.
It works on any sloped surface, including these roofs here.
Okay.
So that's all it is. It's literally just a double jump up against a sloped surface. It's called a slope jump. And the goal here is to slope jump from this corner. So you're running into this corner to slope jump, and then you're waiting for the guard. As soon as the guard turns and faces you, he's going to run up against Sly's back, and that's when you're going to want to jump, and you want to extend your double jump to gain the maximum amount of height here. So I'll show that off one more time. Run the safe state. Let the guard turn and face you. Jump over. Sometimes it's a little finicky. Run into the corner. Wait. Double jump. And you should land up here in the full. This is the full thing. So hold upright from the spawn. Jump over these railings. Jump on this railing. Jump on the light. Climb up, get spotted, run into the corner, wait for the guard to turn and face you, jump over the roof, again, run up against this corner, wait for the guard, double jump, and you should land up here, and that is loogie lunge. So I'm going to show you a slightly faster way. It's literally the same exact strategy as before, but this just is a little bit faster. But you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I just want to show it off in case you guys do want to do this. Same thing, jump up here, get spotted. Instead of running into the corner, what we're actually going to do is just that. And it works the same way. It's a little bit harder. It is a little bit faster. So it's the same exact thing as before. If you feel like you want to try that as well, feel free to go for it. But I'm not going to go in depth with that one. It's the same exact setup, same exact movement. It's just a little bit faster when you bait the guard.
Oh my
so from
god. Why am I not getting it? Run. Double jump. Run. Get out of here, you nasty little shit. Hello. I can make lots of weird noises. But normally people have to pay to see that kind of entertainment. That's a sex joke. Fuck you. I don't know why I'm not getting it. Oh my god. No! Oh my god, I almost did. I almost got it. Ugh! I'm working on it. Oh, fuck you. Do you realize that if you can't complete this Sly 1 speedrun, we may lose the house? Now turn that goddamn thing off. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm losing too much air. I'm doing it too late. God damn it. If you don't let me have this speedrun, I'll curse you, you. You you dorks. Oh my god, what the fuck? I am not a pedo fork, you dorks. I'm referencing a lot of Chris Chan today, if you haven't realized yet. Do you realize just how much Chris Chan I am quoting? See, I'm doing it too late. Hurry! I am Jesus Christ Chan Sonic Chair. I wish that was a fucking joke, but that's truly what they believe they are. I'm all powerful. Okay, I'm giving up. I'm done. I can't do this. I'm about to have a freak out.
We're all set to go to Mesa City.
Oh wait, no, I have to. No. Okay, hold on. Oh, no. No. I'm doing it way too late. Way too early. Okay, I need my boy again.
But if I just jump normally here, like
No. Go away, you dork.
the roof, run in the corner, wait for the guard, double jump, and land up here. So I'm gonna load again and show this in one full motion. So load the game, just like the game. I'm gonna hold forward, so I'm running against the back wall into this corner, and then I'm gonna wait for the visual cue. So it's gonna be the guard turning and facing me, and then he's gonna run a little bit towards me, and that's when I'm gonna jump. And you want to extend your double jumps, so it's just sort of like extend double jump, and you'll see that now, and I'll explain it again as well. So I'm gonna return to game. The guard's gonna turn and face me. I'm gonna dump, jump, and there we go. So again, I'm gonna show that one more time. In the corner, guard turns and faces me. I'm gonna jump over the roof, run in the corner, wait for the guard,
Is
double
it
jump,
quiet? I should probably
double
turn
jump.
up.
and land up here. So I'm gonna load again and show this in one full motion. So load the game just like you would outside. Jump over the wall, and then you want to run into this corner here and then continue to wait for the guard. So again, the guard's going to run around the right side of the roof.
Do
He's gonna
I
turn
run
to face
into
you. He's
the
gonna
corner?
run towards you, and that is
God. Oh. Okay, well, first of all, fuck you. Oh, I'm so close. Huh? 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 Squeaky chair. Don't make him. Okay. Too late. Oh my god. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
is your cue to jump. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to unpause the game. I'm going to hold forward, so I'm running against the back wall into this corner, and then I'm going to wait for the visual cue. So it's going to be the guard turning and facing me, and then he's going to run a little bit towards me, and that's when I'm going to jump. And you want to extend your double jumps, so it's just sort of like extend double jump, and you'll see that now, and I'll explain it again as well. So I'm going to return to game. The guard's going to turn and face me. I'm going to dump, jump, and there we go. So again, I'm going to show that one more time. In the a little bit towards me, and that's when I'm going to jump. And you want to extend your double jumps, so it's just sort of like extend double jump.
Okay.
And you'll see that now, and I'll explain it again as well. So I'm going to return to game. The guard's going to turn and face me. I'm going to dump, jump, and there we go. So again, I'm going to show that one more time. So I'm going to return to game. The guard's going to turn and face me. I'm going to dump, jump, and there we go.
What? I did it! Okay, we're just gonna keep going on because I really... Oh no. I forget that we have to go a certain way here. Right? Okay.
So again, I'm going to show that one. How to sort of like rather is slope. Here is and your times to the corner. Show you a slightly faster. I just that way. It's a little bit more if you step with faster. When you jump from here up onto this invisible wall, and you can actually make this jump if you're down too far. So like right here, if I try to make the jump, obviously Sly won't be able to make it. So what you left, and then when you're up here, you can drop down, kill the guard. You don't have to kill the guard, but I like to kill him just for safety. So I would recommend you guys kill the guard. And now we're gonna run down towards the cannon, and we're gonna do the world.
Okay. No! See, I can do this. This I can do. This is... Okay. Sly! Or not. Sly! Can you hear me? Sly! Okay. He really wants to put those keys in. Nope. See, this I can do. I know I can do this. Nope. See, I'm not too worried about going the fastest possible right now. There we go. Because I know I can do that glitch very easily. Very easily. That one's easy, and I can skip most of I can skip most of the first level very easily as well.
How delightful! We have a guest. The only thing is, I hate unexpected gifts.
Listen, Raleigh. Wipe up my family and steal what's mine? You better expect company.
Oh, I'm ever so.
Oh, I want music back.
How sloppy of me not to finish the job. Obviously, we should have snuffed you out as well. So, without further ado, let me begin by exploding to gargantuan size and squashing you like the
You know,
insignificant bug.
if I had a nickel for every time a boss in a Sly Cooper game grew in size, I'd have 3 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's really weird that it's happened 3 times. Nipples. What are we talking about nipples for? Nickels. I said nickels. What are you... Yeah, fuck you. I'm not redoing that fight. Okay, actually, I want to try this. Nope, I gotta be faster than that. Okay, does that count? Well, we do. And we're cool. We're better than you. You know why?
I
We
took
do have
the
nickels.
liberty of pinning. We're all
Yep,
set
okay,
to go to
we did
Mesa
it.
City.
It had been a while since I'd been back in the U.S. Next up, the notorious mugshot. Ruthless muscle of the fiendish five. What he lacked in brains, he definitely made up for in brawn. Turns out he wasn't always that way.
Really?
He grew up as the run of the litter.
I don't know how easy it is to get the profile set up to skip.
The only
No,
friends
we
he
got
could
it.
turn to were usually found on the big screen. It was there that he spotted his first gangster, and he knew instantly that that's what he wanted to be. He spent the rest of youth working real hard to get there, fueled on his dreams of great power and respect. With enough perspiration, he realized that dream.
You know what we have in America that you don't?
He'd become a hard-boiled, street-brawling,
Lots of things.
tough-as-nails gangster, ensuring that he'd never be kicked on or pushed around again. So he's holed up in Mesa City, huh? I've always wanted to go to that thriving American boom
Nah, we
town.
got freedom, son. We got freedom. We got freedom. Because I'm from the West. Here in the West, we really got freedom. Okay, so, here we go. Episode
Here we
2.
are in a rocky start. So when you load into Rocky Start, the first thing you want to do is run up the right side of this walkway, jump on this rock, and then jump around here to the right and land down here. Continue on the right side, jump over here to this rock, and here is where jump over here to this rock. And here is where we're going to learn what is known as Cletus Yeetus.
Cletus Yeetus.
So this dog here can send you all the way from the beginning of the level, which is right here, all the way to the end where the key is, across the entire level. And it is a proxy, and it does have a pretty precise setup. But hopefully I can go over it well enough that you can get it down relatively quickly, and I'll also show a backup that uses the boost jump at the end that can help you get the little bit of extra distance that you need in case you can't get the full launch. So the first thing you want to do for the trick is to get over here, right where this crack is on the ground. So there's a cactus here that you can see right here, and then there is a crack right here. This crack is what you want to use. So right here next to this bush is the crack you want to stand on, and I like to just keep jumping here, and I like to use Sly's shadow under his body as my visual cue. So put Sly's shadow right in where this crack is, right where it is right now. And then take one extra step to the left, so right here. And as you can see, Sly is pretty much centered on the crack, but he is just a little bit to the left. And this is perfect. So from here, what you want to do is line your camera up so you're facing this bush dead center, right? So this is the first part of the setup. So what you want to do is come from here, run down, jump over this rock, land right here on this crack like I said.
Okay.
Just take one step to the left, so Sly is just a little bit off center. Turn your camera so you're facing the bush right here. Now from here, what you want to do is you'll notice the dog has a stationary animation. He'll rush you, and then he'll slam back, he'll shake his head, and then rush you again.
Yep.
So what you want to do is as soon as you hear him bark, as soon as he starts his rushing animation, you're going to want to jump forward, and it's going to be an extended double jump, and you need to make sure, this is the most important part, you need to make sure that you hold the X button when you jump. So watch my input, viewers.
Okay.
It should be like this.
Watch the controller.
You want to hold the X button.
Okay.
This is what gives you momentum preservation. This is what allows the proxy to send you so far. This is how you preserve your momentum, by holding X. So make sure that you hold X when you do this proxy.
Okay.
So again, what you want to do is come down here, land on this crack, line Sly's shadow up with it, take one step to the left, turn your camera so you're lined up with the bush, wait for the dog to rush you, so right now, double jump forward, but make sure you hold X. And that is almost the full trick. So that is the full setup to get you positioned correctly. Full trick. So that is the X shield. So right now, double jump forward, but make sure you hold X. And that is almost the full trick. So that is the full setup to get you positioned.
Okay.
Now it's actually just the proxy itself. So the proxy itself relies on the dog's AI, and what happens is you'll notice the dog is gonna turn and face me, and that turn to face me is what gives me the proxy. So
I almost didn't buy this NFL
Go
one.
away.
one more time here. So we're in the spot, we lined up Sly, we're lined up with the bush, we're gonna double jump forward, land, and now we're gonna hold upright on the D-pad. And as you can see, if you just hold upright on the D-pad with nothing else, you can make it all the way over.
Oh my god.
So again, one more time. We're gonna land here on this crack, take one step, make sure to hold X, and hold upright on the D-pad. And that will get you consistently over here where these dogs are. Now that is fine if you're comfortable with it. It's easy and letting the dog cross. Let go over to that, it will upright, and then just tap up on the D-pad, and you can go so much farther. So that is the full...
Okay.
Make sure to hold X and hold upright on the D-pad. And that will get you consistently over here where these dogs are. Now that is fine if you're comfortable with double jump forward, make sure to hold that time up with the bush, double jump forward, make sure to hold X and hold upright.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I fucked that up. Nope. Oh, well. Where the fuck am I? I am God. I am a god among men. Okay.
Right on the D-pad, and that will get you that's so you can do right like we just show you that tap. So it's the same thing, double jump forward, hold upright, and then just tap up on the D-pad, and you can go so much farther. So
Tap up and then hold right. Nope. Oh. I'm flying. Nope. Nope. Whoop. This is beautiful.
That is the full launch. That is an example of the full launch all the way to the keep. So if you'll notice, the only difference there was that I went from upright to up on the D-pad. So right now I'm upright, and then I went to up instead.
And then you're holding
Now
right.
I get you all the way over here to the roof. So again, one more time in the full motion, we're gonna land here on the crack. We're gonna take one step to the left, so Sly is slightly off center. We're gonna aim so Sly's gonna jump directly towards that bush in front of me. We're gonna extend double jump, make sure to hold X, hold up right, and then go to up. So the hardest part about that is actually just going from upright to up at the right time. The timing for that is pretty precise. And I will say, you want to always try to do it sooner than later. So I'll try to show off an example of what happens if you do it too late. So right now, I'm just going to hold upright, nothing else, just upright, and that takes me over here like we went over earlier. Now I'm gonna go too soon on the up input. So I'm gonna do upright, but then I'm gonna switch to up way too soon. And as you can see, I get sent into the wall.
Okay.
So if you get sent like that, that means you
I did
pressed up
too soon. Okay.
And if you do it too late, you'll get something like that. Maybe even. Let me try one more time. Something like that, maybe.
That happened
you
to me.
just won't get the full launch. So the timing
Okay.
for the up input has to be right when the dog shakes his head. So right now, that was
When the
even
dog
too
shakes his
late.
head.
Again, I'll try it. Like I said, you always want to go too early rather than too late. That was too late again. That was too early.
The bespoke AI Family Hub Plus refrigerator.
Go away. I already have my own ads. I don't want to pay other people to have ads.
And this is perfect. So that was the perfect timing. If you want to go back and slow the video down and check. So that was. And this is perfect.
Okay, that was too soon. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nope, I fucked that up royally. Nope. Too soon again. Double jump. Too soon. Too late. Too late. Too late. Too late. Too late. Nope. Okay, hold on.
Too early rather than too late. That was too late again. That was too early. And this is perfect. So that was the perfect.
Double jump.
And this is perfect. So that was the. And this is perfect.
Nope. Too early. I mean, that works too. I want to get it one more time. Oh. Nope. I feel like I'm missing something.
Instead.
What am I doing wrong?
Positioned correctly. Now it's actually just the proxy itself.
Yeah.
So the proxy itself relies on the dog's AI, and what happens is you'll notice the dog is gonna turn and face me, and that turn to face me is what gives me the proxy. So one more time here. So we're in the spot, we lined up Sly, we're lined up with the bush, we're gonna double jump forward, land, and now we're gonna hold up right on the D-pad. And as you can see, if you fall on this crack, jump forward, make sure to hold X and hold upright on the D-pad.
I can do this. Oh. Okay.
And that will get you consistently over here, just doing that. One XCU right, so you'll just, I'll show you that now. So it's the same thing, double jump forward, hold upright, and then just tap up on the D-pad, and you can go so much farther. So tap up, so it's the same thing, double jump forward, hold upright, and then just tap up on the D-pad, and you can go.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I can't spend all day just on this. Okay.
Strap so if you come into this corner here by the door on the left side, you're gonna hold forward and you're gonna turn your camera. So on the right side of the screen, my visual cue, I'll try to show it off now. This is my visual cue. I'm using this.
Oh my!
Shut up. Get out of here.
Metal piece with these screws, these bolts in the side. Each of these bolts I'm using as a visual cue here.
What?
And this will make more sense when I'm over in the spot, but this is what right here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna come over here into the corner. I'm gonna hold forward on the D-pad, run into the corner. Now I'm gonna slowly turn my camera, and you'll notice I'm gonna line it up. There's a gray texture in the ground in the background. I'm just gonna slowly turn my camera to the right to hide that gray texture, so right there is perfect, and that's what you want to do. So from here, all you want to do is single jump without any movement, so just neutral jump. After you jump, Sly will get to the peak of his height, and that's when you want to hold forward on the D-pad. So again, you want to run into the corner, line up your camera, single jump, wait for Sly to get to the peak of his jump, and then hold forward. So it should look like this, just like that. Now the only thing you need to do is jump at the end. As soon as Sly lands on the ground, all you have to do is just keep holding forward and then time your jump. So it should look something like this. And that was too late. And that's perfect right there. So again, I'll show you that. So you come over here into this corner. You run into the corner. You might bob around a little bit sometimes. This is a really weird spot. Sometimes you might even just fall through the ground. So just be careful when you set this up. But anyway, like I said, just run into the corner, turn your camera so it covers that gray texture on the right. So just like that. From here, you just want to neutral jump, wait until Sly is at the peak of his jump, hold forward, and then jump when he lands, and you should, with a little bit of luck, flip through the wall, just like that. Now I do want to mention, when you're in the corner and you're jumping like this, when you're doing the movement, it should look something like this if you're outside the corner. So pretend I'm in the corner right now. You neutral jump and then hold forward, so it should look something like this. Just like that. And it's important that you don't jump too soon when Sly lands. You want to see the dust particles come out from under his feet. So again, you're going to come into this corner, you're going to line your camera up with the wall on the right, and then you're going to neutral jump, hold forward, and then wait until you see those dust particles come out to jump. It's gonna be like a really quick jump. It's just ever so slightly delayed. So that's the most important part. So like I said, come into this corner, set your camera up, jump, hold forward, and then tap X as soon as you land. A little bit after you land, you need to delay it just a tiny bit.
Help!
And it can be a little finicky.
Help!
Get it within usually 2 to 3 attempts if you have the right camera setup. So one more time here, come into the corner, turn your camera so it lines up.
I don't think it worked.
Single jump, hold forward, and then jump as soon as you land.
I don't think it worked. Oh.
Corner, line your camera up. Single jump, hold forward, jump. And each time you do it, you might want to readjust your camera. So single jump, hold forward, jump. And there you go. And I'll show that one last time here. It usually works on the second or third try. So you can mess with that if you'd like. It's kind of finicky, but it's definitely consistent, and it does sometimes. I would recommend at least runs right away. You can always just grab the key, but it does work. So just make sure you're holding forward the whole time and you have the right camera setup.
I'm not that worried about it.
You can clip through and then miss the trigger, and you'll be stuck in just like this. You'll be stuck.
Oh, hey, I did that.
And you won't be able to get out. So yeah, once you get into the hub, the first thing you're going to do, is just like we did after a stealthy approach, is pause the game and load. And this will put you right into a cutscene with Bentley.
So, are you a holiday person? Who did you get?
Go away.
You want to pause the game again, load, and load the same file. And now we're going to do World 2 Skip. Alright, so by this point in the run, you should have a charm. And what you're going to do is just run forward after
I
the
don't.
load. You're going to jump over that guy's light, and you're going to hit him in the air, and he won't spot you like that. From here...
Should I have a charm? That should give me a charm right here, right? No, what the fuck? Okay, there we go. There's a charm.
You're gonna run down the bridge, jump off to the left side, and I'm gonna go over here and kill this guard. You don't have to do this, but if you're a beginner, I would recommend killing this guard. It's definitely gonna save your life a lot. It only takes like a second to run over here and kill him, so just do that if you want. You don't have to do that. Come over here, break this sign, and this is where.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna let Mugshot do his shit. Okay.
Where we're gonna do what's known as the mugshot catapult. And this trick is one of the tricks that gave me the most trouble when I was learning the game. So hopefully I can come up with a way that you guys can figure this out relatively
I will.
instead of just running into this corner and jumping and hoping for the best. So hopefully there's a little bit of a setup that I can go over here. But basically what you want to do is you want to come into this corner, you want to single jump on this rock, and you want to make sure Sly is tiptoed on the top part of the rock, so not down on the lower part. You don't want to be here. You want to be, it still works from there. It definitely still works from there. But the best way
like
to
here?
guarantee the setup is to come up here and make
Yeah.
sure Sly is tiptoeing on the upper part of this rock. Now you can do this with a camera setup, but I'm just going to explain it with the Binocucom. So the way the Binocucom works in this game is that whenever you turn the Binocucom, Sly's character turns with you. So you can line up Sly pretty much perfectly just by using the Binocucom, just like this. So every time you open the Binocucom, turn, and then close it, Sly will sort of reset to that position. And you can do the same thing with the camera, right? So you can turn the camera like this way and then tap forward. And this is the same exact thing as the Binocucom, it's just not using the Binocucom. So we're going to use sort of the same principle here. So like I said, get on top of the rock on the top part, tiptoe. And now you can do this with a camera setup or the Binocucom. If you're a beginner, I would probably recommend just using the Binocucom here. Or if you're comfortable, you can just sort of turn the camera a little bit, get a feel for where you need to be, tap forward, and then go for it. Either way works. They're both exactly the same. The Binocucom is just going to be a little bit more consistent, probably. So like I said, come land here, tiptoe, open the Binocucom, and it might be kind of hard to see, but there's a bunch of these like green sort of like splotches on the wall, and I like to use these as sort of a visual cue. So generally, if you turn the Binocucom just a little bit to the left, this is where you're probably good to go. So if you open the Binocucom and you're like in the center of these big three green splotches,
Vines,
you're
probably.
too far to the right. So just turn it
Because
to
I'm
the
a
left
little
like
know-it-all gamer boy. Go away! There was just an... Go away. Commit unlife.
And I'll go over how to actually attempt the trick now in a second. But this is the most important part of the trick, is getting Sly to face in the correct way. So like I said, if you open the Binocucom and the Binocucom is like in the center of these three splotches,
Yeah.
you're probably too far to the right.
Yeah.
So as you can see, it didn't work. So let me get back up here, and then so tiptoe, open the Binocucom, and as you can see, I'm just a little bit to the left of these three green splotches, sort of in the middle of the one on the left. So this is perfect. This is right where you want to be. Any farther left than this probably won't work. Like I'll go over here and you can see Sly is extremely far to the left facing there. So I'm going to open the binocular again, and you generally want to be facing sort of right here on this left green dot, or green splotch rather. And this is pretty much perfect. This is exactly the facing angle you want to use. So definitely try to get that lineup. It'll be right in the center of that left green splotch, and then you should be able to just get the trick from there. And I'll explain how to actually get the trick. But again, you don't need to use the binocular like I said. If you're comfortable with Sly's facing angle, you can use the camera and sort of tap forward on the D-pad to line them up.
Let's.
So I aim Sly, same thing, right on that green splotch. I'm not using the binocular here. I'm just sort of lining it up with my camera. Tap forward so Sly is facing that direction, and then I'm going to go for the trick. And as you can see, it still works the same way. It just matters. It's very, very important that Sly is facing in that face. As long as you're somewhere up here on top of this rock and you're facing in that angle, it should work every time. You don't necessarily have to be in the tiptoe animation. You can be in this animation. This still works. But yeah, so there's a few different ways you can set that up. The binocular is probably going to
Okay,
be the
you've
best
talked about the
to
setup
set
for
the
so
angle,
long.
and you realize that Sly is facing right, and you know that Sly is facing right, you can just go for it. You don't need to use the binocular. But the facing right, you can just go for it. You don't need to use the binocular. But the goal is to just land up here on this high roof. So now I'll actually explain how to get the proxy.
Thank you.
Like I said, you want to come up here tiptoe.
My God.
Line up Sly, like I said, with that splotch or the camera, whatever works for you. And what you want to do is, again, you want to neutral jump, so jump without any direction. And then after Sly is in the air, that's when you can move to the right. So you don't want to jump to the right like that. What you want to do is you want to jump and then fall to the right. So jump and then move. So again, position Sly, line him up with the splotch, whichever setup you want to use. And then what you want to do is you want to jump, move to the right, and swing your cane at the same time. So it's going to be jump, right, swing the cane, and you want to hold right the whole time. So it's going to be jump, right, swing the cane. And as you can see on my input viewer, I'm using the analog stick. I'm not using the D-pad for any of this. I'm just sort of lining it up like that. And then what I do is I jump, hold right, swing the cane, and I make sure to push in to this corner here. So into this corner is what's proxying you, and you want to make sure you're forcing Slide down into that corner. So like I said, it's going to be jump, right, and just keep forcing him down into that corner when you swing your cane. So it's going to be jump, hold right, swing the cane, and just keep holding right until you get launched out. And you should be able to get that every time. So it should look something like this in a full run. You'll jump over this guard, you'll hit him. You'll come over here, and like I said, you don't have to kill this guard, but it doesn't really lose any time. Kill the guard, break the sign, jump up here on the rock, and then this is where you're going to line up Sly with that splotch on the wall. Like I said earlier, you can use the binocular or the camera, whatever works for you. And then like I said, you're going to jump, hold right on the analog stick, swing your cane, and just keep holding right. So just like that, and then just kind of push forward and try to land up here. And once you have that, you're going to jump around to the left side, and this is kind of scary. So I just want to make it known that if you stand here, Sly can slide off. So what you want to do is when I'm up here, I like to just keep...
Because now you're like blasting through this dude.
Jump, hold right on the analog stick, swing your cane, and just keep holding right. So just like that, and then just kind of push forward and try to land up here.
think I'm too... Aha, okay.
Here, and once you have that, I just want to make it known that if you stand here, Sly can slide off. So what you want to do is, I like to just, when I'm up here, I like to just keep jumping. Like, if you keep jumping,
Okay.
Sly will not. And I'll show you what happens if you're facing, but there you can. You should be usually over here. You will not be able to ledge grab. So I like to just land here and then keep jumping. Careful up there. So I like to. You don't have to do that. You can take your time to set it up. When you're up there, jump right up to here and get this ledge grab.
Okay, what did I miss?
Over here, jump over here, jump.
No, you're not. No, you're not, dude. Don't lie. Okay, how the fuck?
Jump, just slide off. So you want to be really careful when you're up there.
He glossed over so... He went
like
so
to
in
jump
detail over over the camera placement. He's like, okay, now do this, do this, do this. Good, you got it, right? And it's like, what?
Here, jump over here, there, that you don't slide off. So I like to just jump over here, jump over here.
Haha! Bitch!
Jump right up to here and get this ledge grab. And that is pretty much the first part of World 2 skip. That is probably the hardest part for most people. This part is probably going to take you the longest to learn. The proxy itself is probably the hardest. But once you're up here, you're pretty much golden. Now it's just a super jump like we did in World 1. So just run along here, and what you want to do is you're gonna jump up to sort of an invisible wall here. So like up here, it's kind of hard to see to sort of an invisible wall here. So like up here, it's kind of hard to see, but what I'm landing on is actually this. And you can't see that unless you turn your camera.
Okay.
So if
I
you're
mean...
kind of like really nervous about jumping over there, you can sort of inch your way forward and then turn your camera, or if you're feeling fun though, you're gonna have to out of bounds and you're gonna jump up the left side here and just follow this roof. Now I do want to mention, if you are a beginner, you're not confident in your super jumps yet, I would recommend dropping down here and entering back alley heist. The reason for this is I'll show you right now. So I recommend, if you're a beginner, I would recommend entering this level if you're having trouble with this skip. So enter the level and immediately just exit the level. And what this is going to do is this gives you a waypoint to come back to this level in the future. So let's say I'm going to go over here, and I will explain this trick. I'm just going to show off what happens if I die here. So let's say I do that, I attempt the trick. Oh no, I lost my charm. So now what am I going to do? Now I have to load the game to get my charm back. But now, because I entered back alley heist, I don't have to do the proxy again. I can just open the map, go to back alley heist.
Okay, so I should go ahead and do that. Well, technically I don't have to. Okay, cool.
Exit the level. And this will put us right back in the hub where we were with a charm, and we can re-attempt the trick. So that is what I would recommend you do if you are a beginner. This next part I'm going to explain it. It's kind of...
Did I do the right thing? No, I didn't. I need to exit level.
difficult. I mean, it's not too bad, but for a beginner, it can be kind of rough. So I would recommend, if you're having trouble, just enter back alley heist to give yourself that waypoint. It'll save you a bunch of time, so you won't have to keep messing with the proxy over there. But from here, so what you'll do is normally, if you don't enter this level, you'll still be up there on the roof. So what you want to do is just come over here and drop down. So you'll drop down right here from the roof. You'll just fall right down here. If you did enter back alley heist, just follow what I did there. You can jump on these little outside edges.
Cool.
And then we're gonna do another super jump train. So you're gonna start the super jump from this corner and make sure you're really deep into the corner. And like I said, super jumping is just square before X. So square X, square X, square X, square X. And this part right here is the hardest part. Jumping from here down to here with the super jump is probably the hardest part. So that is something that I would recommend you guys practice. But for now, I'll just show how to do the trick itself. So if we come over here to this corner, what we're going to do is we're going to super jump, and you can take as much time as you need. You can turn your camera in any way you want. What I like to do is I like to sort of stay against this left wall and slowly inch my way forward until we get out to the end. And you can see I just dropped the super jump there. I saw the dust particles come out from under Sly's feet. So I got to restart the super jump, which is fine. Just go back to the corner and retry the super jump. And you're going to inch your way out to the edge of this platform. So right about here is where you want to be.
Okay.
And now you can line
We're
up
edging
your
the
camera
platform.
however you want to be. Just make sure you're still super jumping. And when you're ready, extend your double jump and land right down behind this couch.
Okay, let's... Nope. Nope. I know I fucked it up, but I still wanna... I don't think that counted. I don't think a ledge grab counts.
And you want to continue super jumping down here. That's probably going to be the hardest part. So from there, you're just going to continue super jumping, and you're going to land in between
The
his
mustache and the wall.
You
Okay.
want to land in between the mustache and the pillar, so right in here. Anywhere else will not work. You must land right here where I am.
Mustache here.
So I'll show you what happens.
Ah oui, oui.
You go through into the
Motherfucker.
trigger and you go.
Okay. No. Nope. God damn it. Nope. God damn it. God damn it. I don't care. I just want to try and get this.
Continue super jumping down. Just make sure you're still super jumping. And when you're ready, extend your double jump and land right down behind. extend your double jump, and land right down behind.
Okay, I kind of see how he's doing it. Nope. Okay. I think I can do this. I think I can do this, so... No, wait, nope, I can't. Nope. Ba-na-ba, ba-na-ba, ba-na-ba. I don't care. I just want at least... No, it's not. I stream a lot more than just Hypixel. Or is it Hypixel? Are you being gaslit? Oh, my fingers are cramping. My fingers are cramping. Oh my gosh, yes, because my... That's why. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you for actually saying something. Okay, there. I still had the tag of Hypixel, and I forget that there's a page that has that kind of stuff on there. Oh gosh. So thank you for saying something, Prulis. Thank you, friend. I was playing it yesterday. No! it's gonna be actually getting the landing, because I still have to land with the super jump. Okay, actually, let me just... Okay. Hold on. My fingers aren't built for this. Ooh, that stretch felt good though. Nope. Polly wants to murder. Nope. Oh, I wish I could destroy that plant. That plant is so annoying. Come on, raccoon boy. I know the grunting is probably annoying. Do I have to go this way? I can do this. I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy gamer. Oh my god. Oh my god! No! No, I almost got it! I almost got it! Oh. Tiptoe by window, by window. I think the trick is I can't be... Or not. It's that couch. Or not. I'm going crazy, so I'm going absolutely bonkers, mate. Nope. Oh my god! I just missed the mustache! Okay, hold on.
Behind this couch, and you want to continue super jumping down here.
Okay.
So from there, you're just gonna.
Yep. Do the mustache. Hit his ass. Nope. Stop with the squeaky chair. I am not sharding myself. I promise. I promise I'm not a little poo-poo baby. No, that'd be a really awkward time for someone new to come in and be like, oh, what the frick? What the frick? What the frick? Oh my god. Okay, so no. Okay, hold on. My hands are getting tired of doing that. Need to chill. Just a little. Need to let him rest. Oh, God. So how you doing? How we doing? We doing good? I hope so. So I'm hoping to be done here pretty decently soon with at least the speedrun. And then Soph, we're gonna move on to other things. We're gonna move on to something that I think that you'll be happy about. Oh wait, no, I don't have my... Oh no, when did I lose that? Okay, there we go. At least I hope I'll be happy with it. We're going back to the Hippo Ranch. Okay, so do the jump. I don't... Why does it keep doing that automatically? It keeps... Maybe close to the edge. Would it work better over here? Nope. Should I go back and watch the guide? The thing that I have pulled up specifically for this? Maybe. Or am I gonna be thick-headed? Whatever that means.
continue super jump. I like this corner, make that train. So you're gonna start the super jump from this corner and make sure you're really deep into the corner.
Yeah.
And like I said, super jumping is just square before X. So square X, square X, square X, square X. And this part right here is the hardest part. Jumping from here down to here with a super jump is probably the hardest part. So that is something that I would recommend you guys practice. But for now, I'll just show how to do the trick itself. So if we come over here to this corner, what we're going to do is we're going to super jump, and you can take as much time as you need. You can turn your camera in any way you want. What I like to do is I like to sort of stay against this left wall and slowly inch my way forward until we get out to the end. And you can see I just dropped the super jump there. I saw the dust particles come out from under Sly's feet. So I got to restart the super jump, which is fine. Just go back to the corner and retry the super jump. And you're going to inch your way out to the edge of this platform. So right about here is where you want to be. And now you can line up your camera however you want to be. Just make sure you're still super jumping. And when you're ready, extend your double jump and land right down behind this couch. And you want to continue super jumping down here. That's probably going to be the hardest part.
I have to turn the camera with one hand while I'm doing it with the other. With how the PlayStation controller works, it's not... It's not the coolest thing to do. Or not. I can do this. I'm a big boy. Okay. Oh, I gotta rest my hand just for a second. I'm doing so many super jumps. I did not mean to hit the microphone right there. I apologize. Nope. It's getting that camera back. Does that count? Oh! I almost got it. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. think I fucked it up. Yeah, and nope. It's the chauffeur. Nope. Here we go! Oh my god.
What? My boys have been yapping about
See the
some big
autosave logo
mysterious
come up.
dude
You
run.
can restart your game. Mugshots cutscene is the longest cutscene in the game, and I would recommend.
my
I think
operation?
everyone should
Some
skip
scrawny
the
rat with a
cutscene,
stick.
unless you have a
Alright.
really,
Wait
really
a
slow
second.
PS2.
I've seen that
It's
stick
probably
before.
already
I can't
My father knocked
restart
his
my
dog off with
PlayStation
his-
that fast.
Resetting your game.
Wow.
But if not,
You're a
watch it,
Cooper?
and then I'll
You know
be
that
back in the
Thingus
boss fight.
Rackamagookus had a lot of nice.
Over.
What? What are you kidding?
Okay.
You break into my place, steal my stuff, trash the joint.
I feel transgressed and violated. Let's rock. Okay.
Button to skip these little current save file, and this will put you in the mugshot boss fight. Alright, so here we are in Mugshot's boss fight, and the first phase is very, very simple. So the first thing you're going to do is hold down left on the analog stick, and you're going to hit this first mirror right behind Sly here. So I'm gonna load the game just so I can get a fresh start from this file. So this is what it will look like in your run. You're gonna hit this mirror, and then you're just gonna go counterclockwise, hitting each mirror along the way, and you're gonna skip the second to last mirror. So this mirror here, you're gonna skip it, and you're gonna run past, hit this mirror, and then you're gonna hit the mirror and then hit Mugshot.
Okay.
And you'll notice that Bentley's dialogue overwrote Mugshot's dialogue, which saves about 5 seconds. So again, I'm going to show this off. I'm actually not going to skip that mirror this time. I'll show you what happens if you miss it. So
Oh yeah, he said he's like. Okay.
One shot's too strong for your cane. You're gonna
Easy.
have to find some other way to stop him.
Okay.
So as you can see, Mugshot will do a dialogue. And you can jump over Mugshot's shots. As soon as you hear him charge his gun up, just double jump, and he should never. And then just jump over his shots until it's safe, and then hit him. Here, run to the left and hit this one, and then just go counterclockwise around the arena again, dodging his shots along the way.
Okay.
This jump here can be a little scary, as you can see. If you have a bad cycle, he will kill you there.
Before I finish this
So I'll
fight,
show
do,
you
do
how
I
to
need to
kind of
do
avoid
anything
that. So
special?
like I said, go middle, then go left, and then
Middle,
cut back to the
then
right and go counterclockwise. And if you do it right, mugshot shouldn't ever hit you here. Just like that. That was perfect. There's a lot of different things that can go wrong there, so you just kind of want to be careful and just keep continuing counterclockwise, hit the last mirror, and then I like to jump off the map for swag. So I'll show that one last time.
Oh, I have my game music paused. Maybe? Oh, whoa. Okay. Huh? Wah. 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 Ah! Why are so many of these microphones? What is that going on? Okay, so those are two. Ah! Uh-oh. I think I did. Oh no! Things are breaking, Soph. Things are breaking. Here, we will... Okay. Ah, that's very true. Okay. There we go. Hold on, I want to do that. I want to do the cool way. There we go. There we go.
I'm here. I'll show you kind of a backup strategy. It's what I do. And it doesn't kill you. Feel free. But that is phase 2. And phase 3 is the hardest phase. So there's two ways to do the third phase.
Nah,
of
phase 3 is
Mugshot.
the easiest.
There's obviously the fastest way, and then there's the slowest way. I'm going to show the fastest way first. It is known as chandelier jump, and the slower way is just the casual way, and I'll show that after we do chandelier jump. So for chandelier jump, if you're doing chandelier jump, there's a few things I mentioned before I actually go over the trick itself.
Okay.
So chandelier jump is essentially just getting up here on the platform with Mugshot, And there's one way that you can do that, and all you have to do is jump to the second spire, mirror, and then just jump out around, land up here all the time. So that's essentially what chandelier jump is, and the reason we jump up there is in a circle relatively quickly. So if we just do this and then jump up, we can hit in order, and we don't have to worry about that fast enough. So the way to do chandelier is actually very simple. So all you need to do is just jump into the circle as soon as Sly lands. Swing your cane at the mirror and then just jump out to the right side and try to ledge grab the chandelier. So that's perfect. That ledge grab is absolutely perfect, and you can take as much time as you need here to practice it. And if you land up here without a ledge grab, it's actually really bad. So if you make it up there without ledge grab, I would recommend just jumping back to the spire.
Okay, hold on, I'm pausing the music.
So jump up here, if you get the ledge grab, you're fine. If you don't get the ledge grab, jump back to the spire and retry it again. So I'll try to show an example of that. So there, I didn't get a ledge grab, so I'm going to jump back and retry it. Didn't get a ledge grab again. This jump is actually really easy. You can jump pretty far out to the right and then back in. That was actually super weird. I've never seen that before. That was pretty crazy. But anyway, you can jump out to the right and then curve back into the left. Pretty far. Just make sure you're getting that ledge grab. And if you get the ledge grab, you're pretty much good to go. So from the ledge grab, all you want to do is just tap X and then don't touch anything else. So get the ledge grab,
tap X. Okay.
And then that is the first part of the setup. So that's the jump. That's the hardest part for most people, is going to be the jump to the chandelier.
Hi, Soders.
From here, you are good to go as long as you don't touch your camera and you just hold right on the D-pad. You should be fine to hit each of the mirrors. So again, I'll show this in one full motion.
Do it.
So like I said, jump
so I want to
forward
see.
and hit circle, swing your cane, and then jump out around, get the ledge grab, tap X, and if you hold right on the D-pad, you will have time, if you do it fast enough, to go.
Okay. I got this the very first try, and now... Okay, I'm forgetting. Press. It's on the D-pad. D-pad, 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 D-pad. That's fine. Oh. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Nope. Oh, so close, so close. Does that count? Does that count?
All the way around in a circle and hit each of the mirrors if you time your square inputs. So there's a couple to mugshot. Walk up to mugshot and just keep hitting him. Wait for him to do his growl, and then hit him. You can hit him twice. So the mirrors, as you can see. So if you need to take as much time, you can take as much time as you need up there. Just make sure to take your time. If you do miss a mirror, like let's say you missed one and you're like, oh no, okay, I gotta wait. Wait for him. Just hit the mirrors, continue along.
Did I do it?
I figured out
I
a way to get
did!
us to hate.
I did it. Oh, and look at Murray. He's now playing the PlayStation. That technically I did. Okay, so that actually kind of saved me time by dying right there. Okay. So that's interesting. So that's World 2 done. However, we're not done with Sly just yet. As you might remember, so from the last time, oh wait, I think an ad's playing, so I'll wait to talk until. Sodas, why do you choose to do this now? Okay. So. Copy. Oh. I don't think ChatGPT is that happy with me right now. I need a... Hello? Is it working? Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. We're about to get back with our boys. But this time, add a character that is very much alike. And I won't say the name because I kind of want to keep it a surprise. Reload. Paste. oh. Oh my god, Soph, I've created a masterpiece. Oh my god, okay. So, Soph. Oh my god, you're gonna be so happy with me. So, I've created a new character in this little universe of ours, and I want you to see if I want to see if you can figure out who it you know what, I'm not even gonna say anything. I won't. I think you'll figure it out pretty quick, hopefully. Maybe if not, then it'll be your introduction. Okay, so where's... Okay. Now I need... We're almost ready to start, Soph. Wait, can I not just... Look at the history. Yeah.
Imagine being able to...
No, shut up, bitch. Okay. We're almost home free on the range. Home on the range. There. Okay, take you off. View to desktop. Okay. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, Soph, I am so excited. Soph, are you ready? Are you ready for this glorious, whatever the fuck we're about to do? How's the music? Oh, even so, this soda pop's ready for story time. Look at the little gentleman. He's ready. All right. Here we go. So, come here. Come here. Okay. The Big Muddy, a country hippo saga. Chapter 3. The arrival of Magnolia Blaze. And someone else entirely. Magnolia Blaze stood in the center of the riverbank like she'd been carved out of mystery herself. Even the cattails leaned toward her, desperate for details. Her voice was smooth, controlled, carrying the weight of someone who'd crossed more than one border and broken more than one unspoken swamp rule. I've traveled far, Magnolia said, in search of the hippos who keep this river balanced. Hermia tried not to preen, but she did so anyway. Hugo puffed his chest. Daisy May offered a polite yet suspicious nod. Sheriff Sully squinted the only way the way only a law hippo can squint. Bill stared, slack-jawed, mud drooping off his chin like he'd been giving up on gravity. Magnolia continued. I come bearing news. Danger stirs in the East Marsh. A force unlike anything the Lowlands have ever. But before she could finish, oh god, here he comes. A splash, a thud, a yell. From the far bank barreled a hippo no one had ever seen before. Well, barreled was barreled was generous. It was more of a committed, chaotic skipping. Like if enthusiasm itself had hips and momentum problems. He wore a sash made of painted lily pads, each one decorated with a crude drawing of brightly-colored hippos in dramatic poses. His mane of river moss had been styled into something that suggested both local visionary and ran through a bramble patch on purpose. He threw his head back and declared, with no prompting, Behold, I, Crispin Chamley, protector of fate, defender of destiny, and creator of the true and honest Hippo Chronicles. Oh god, it put in the true and honest, oh god. Have arrived. A silence. A bullfrog croaked once, then reconsidered and shut up. Sheriff slowly blinked. Son, you from round here? Crispin puffed out his chest, and his belly, and his cheeks. And every bit of him capable of puffing. Oh god, don't say that. No, Sheriff, sir. I hail from the sacred upper tributary, where the waters whisper secrets to those chosen by destiny. Which is me, by the way. I am destiny's chosen. Bill muttered. Oh, great. Storyteller with confidence. Crispin strode through the crowd like he'd rehearsed for weeks, stopping dramatically in front of Magnolia Blaze. He pointed a trembling hoof at her. Aha! I knew it. The prophecies foretold your coming, Magnolia Blaze. Magnolia did not react. Not even a twitch. It was a kind of unbothered that only could come from a lifetime of dealing with weirdos at docks. What docks? Your hippos. Crispin rummaged in his lily pad satchel and pulled out a hand-painted scroll. The image on it was... well, it did technically depict Magnolia, but she also had lightning wings, a flaming tail, and was holding what appeared to be a magical ladle. Hermia whispered, Sweet mighty heavens. Hugo whispered, Is that ladle fighting crime? Daisy May whispered, It's stirring up something, that's for sure. Crispin shook the scroll like a miracle in physical form. You see, he said, voice wobbling in intense pride. Magnolia Blaze is the key of the River Star, and I, Crispin Chamley, am her fated advisor, destined to help her awaken her power so that she may... Magnolia raised one eyebrow. Just one. And the river seemed to hold its breath. I don't know you, she said calmly. The silence hit so hard, even Burlap Bill wins. Who the fuck is Burlap Bill? Crispin stared at her, then blinked. Then spoke in a voice trembling with passion and possibly denial. Not yet. Sheriff slowly whispered, stepped forward, clearing his throat loudly enough to send ripples across the water. Alright, that's enough dramatics for one morning. Magnolia, you said you came here with a warning? And, Crispin, was it? Crispin, son. Correct. Champion of... Son. Not right now. Crispin saluted harder, which didn't make sense but seemed to be his brain. Magnolia's gaze swept the group. I didn't expect company. Certainly not this kind of company. But yes, I carry urgent news. Everyone leaned forward. Even Bill. Who the fuck is Bill? There is, Magnolia said. A challenger rising in the wetlands. A hippo whose thirst for territory knows no bounds. One who seeks control of every mud patch from the North Bend to the Red Chasm. Hermia stiffened. Hugo felt his stomach sink. Daisy Mae's ears twitched in alarm. Bill forgot to look to... Fucking Bill. Sully's expression darkened. Magnolia took a breath. His name is Thunderjaw Thaddeus. A gasp rippled through the river community, even from Crispin, who immediately held up another drawing, this one a muscular hippo, with a literal thunderbolt shooting from his nose. I knew he'd be showing up sooner or later. My cannon predicted this exact plot arc. Sully groaned. Hermia sighed. Magnolia blinked slowly, reevaluating her life choices. Me too. But the message had been delivered. Trouble wasn't just coming. Trouble had already arrived. And now, the wetlands had to deal with Magnolia Blaze, Thunderjaw Thaddeus, and worst of all, Crispin Chamley, Destiny's most chaotic believer. End of chapter 3. Okay. What flavor of melodrum? Crispin attempts diplomacy and accidentally starts a mud uprising. Do chapter 4. Crispin attempts diplomacy and accidentally starts a mud uprising. But make it have more not... Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. For legal purposes, we don't know who it is. It's Christian. I'm gonna make it have more unsexual romantic tension. And add more Christian references to the plot. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's thinking. It's thinking. Creator of elaborate homemade river comic universe. Oh. Okay, chapter 4. Crispin attempts diplomacy and accidentally starts a mud uprising. PG, non-sexual romance tension. Lots of awkward emotion, energy, and extremely preventable chaos. The wetlands are still buzzing after Magnolia Blaze's warning. Thunderjaw Thaddeus, a name like a storm cloud with anger issues. Sheriff Sully had gathered the hippos in a broad half-circle around the prime mud patch. Tension slithered in the air like an eel searching for gossip. But standing front and center, because he had physically shoved himself there, was none other than Crispin Chamley, Destiny's volunteer ambassador. He had tied extra lily pads to his sash. He had painted his tusks with bright river pigment for gravitas. He added a cape made from torn cattail mat. He radiated chaotic sincerity. "River citizens," Crispin announced, raising a hoof dramatically. "As the creator of the true and honest Hippo Chronicles, I believe it is my sacred role to guide us through this conflict via diplomacy." Hermia squinted. Hugo frowned. Daisy Mae whispered, "Oh no, he's gonna try something." Magnolia Blaze closed her eyes as if summoning patience from beyond the reeds. Bill muttered, "He starts drawing pictures again. I'm swimming upstream forever." Crispin unrolled a scroll that was approximately 12 times longer than him. Okay. Google. How long is a hippo? Nine and a half to 17 feet. So let's say he's a decently sized hippo. Let's say he's like 15 feet. That's 180 feet. That's huge. That's so long. The first segment depicting Magnolia Blaze and Thunderjaw Thaddeus locked in an emotionally charged standoff, staring intensely into each other's eyes while lightning flashed behind them. Magnolia coughed. "That's not accurate." Crispin brushed her concern aside with gentle, delusional confidence. "It's symbolic." He cleared his throat. "Behold my diplomatic strategy, the mud of unity." He pointed grandly at the prime mud patch. Hermia's sacred mud, freshly awarded. Everyone gasped. Oh yeah, because we just gave Hermia just got, at the very beginning of the story, there's a whole thing, and Hermia was like awarded the sacred mud. I don't have chapter 1 written down anymore. Okay. Hermia's mouth dropped open in horrified outrage. Hugo inhaled sharply like he saw an entire lily. Sheriff Sully's left eye twitched. Daisy May whispered, "Sweet wetlands. He's gonna get himself buried." Crispin continued, unaware. "I propose that all hippos, regardless of herd, territory, or destiny alignment, come together and stir this mud in synchronized harmony. This will show Thunderjaw we are united." Bill whispered to Hugo, Does he think you can just stir unity into existence?" Hugo whispered back, "He drew a cape on Magnolia. He's not anchored to reality." Magnolia pressed her hoof to her forehead. "Crispin? Honey? Darling? In my travels, I've learned many truths. And one of those truths is, you do not touch a lady's chosen mud." Hermia stepped forward, nostrils flaring. "No one, and I mean no one, stirs my mud without my express, pre-approved, ceremonial consent." But Crispin, fueled by sincerity and a truly unstoppable level of misunderstanding, beamed. "Oh, I knew you'd say that, and don't worry. The mud of unity isn't stirred by just anyone." He climbed atop a small log for dramatic height. Okay. How could he... Okay, never mind. I'm not going to get him started. "It is stirred by me, Crispin Chamley, Destiny's chosen artist, ambassador of peace, and keeper of the sacred, colorful markers." Then, in a move that would go down in swamp history, Crispin leapt into Hermia's mud. Splorsh! Mud shot 20 feet in the air. Bill was knocked backward by the sheer splash force. Daisy May shrieked. Sheriff Sully barked, "Son, do not move another inch." Too late. Crispin sank into the mud patch, up to his belly, closed his eyes, and began circling his hooves in a flowing, interpretive stir dance. "Let this be the dawn of unity," he shouted. "Let the muck of peace flow through us all." And that's when all hell broke loose. Oh shit, here we go. The mud uprising begins. Hermia let out a roar so mighty it rattled nesting birds out of nearby trees. You ruined my spring texture. I had it just right." Crispin, still stirring with eyes closed, said, "You're welcome." This did not help. Hugo rushed to calm Hermia. Magnolia tried to intervene. Daisy May started yelling instructions about controlled breathing. Bill started yelling because everyone was yelling. Who the fuck is Bill? Sully attempted law enforcement, but got yeeted. You're telling me that the Sheriff Hippo just got yeeted by a splash of... Okay, that's beautiful. And then, East March Herd, confused and impressionable, saw Crispin stirring and assumed it was a ritual. Stir for unity, one shouted. Join the Destiny Mud, another bellowed. Within seconds, 30 hippos thundered onto the prime patch, churned the mud into absolute swirling chaos. Hermia screamed. Hugo screamed. Bill screamed. Daisy May fainted. Magnolia stared, horrified, somehow still elegant even in disaster. Sully bellowed, Stop! Stop stirring in that dadgum mud! But it was too late. The wetland's most sacred mud patch had become a storm of froth, feelings, and interpretive dance, all because Crispin Chamley had attempted diplomacy. And standing at the center of the mess, proudly swirling, cape soaked, eyes shining with emotional sincerity, Crispin whispered, This is exactly how it happened in Volume 3. Love Prophecy comic. Okay. Do Chapter 5. But make it more country, more non-sexual romance, and make Crispin even more chaotic. Saddle up, it's about to get emotional and muddy. Oh my god, I'm just seeing the bar just go, oh my god, how much did it write? Oh, it's still going, okay. Still PG, still country, a sweet tea, still utterly devoid of anything sexual, but packed with flustered hippo feelings. The prime mud patch, once a place of serene, silky peace, now looked like it had been churned with a lawnmower possessed by spirits. Hermia sat in the wreckage, head buried in her hooves, whispering broken prayers to the mud spirits of old. I don't care. Oh, wait, is this my limit? Can I only go so far? Okay. Go away. Oh wait, you can't see that. Okay, great. Okay, where were we? Daisy May, recently revived, was feigning her cousin with a cattail fan she kept for etiquette emergencies. Sheriff Sully, still coughing up mud he'd inhaled during the Stampede of Unity, stomped around, taking statements that no one could give because everyone was too busy panicking. And at the center of it all, standing like a self-satisfied disaster prophet, was Crispin Chamley, mud dripping from his cape, pupils dilated with joy. That, Crispin announced, chest puffed out proudly, was diplomacy. Magnolia blazed, exhaust hit so hard a distant heron fell out of a tree. She stepped forward, her river clay markings glimmering like ancient runes, moving with the grace of someone who'd fixed disasters many times before, but not this flavor of disaster. Everyone, she said smoothly, stand back. Let me try to salvage what's left. Hermia sniffled. Bless you, Magnolia. Bill muttered, if anyone can fix this, it's the Fancy Wanderer. Hugo added, we believe in you. And Crispin sounded loudly, I volunteered to help because Destiny told me you need my emotional support. Magnolia froze. Every muscle in her majestic frame stiffened. No. But Crispin had already interpreted no as follow your heart, and so he bounded up beside her, almost slipping into a swirl pit of overstirred muck. She glared at him. He beamed like a sunrise with bad impulse control. Crispin, I need complete stillness, total quiet, and absolutely no interpretive stirring. Crispin gasped. You want me to use silence as a technique? Jane, yes. She pinched the bridge of her snout. Magnolia attempts their restoration ritual. A hush fell over the river that hadn't existed in 15 generations. She lifted her head and began the ancient mud whisperer's movement. Gentle, circular motions, weaving her hooves through the topsoil in soothing arcs that brought order to chaos. Mud began to settle, ripples calmed, color softened from storm gray to placid brown. Even the cattails leaned in, sighing. Hugo murmured, not murdered. She's incredible. Hermia whispered, it's like a mud's listening to her heart. Bill said, I ain't crying. My eyes are just humid. And Crispin watched Magnolia with a look usually reserved for divine visions. His breath caught. His tail twitched. His lily pad sash sparkled dramatically, though no sunlight hit it. Magnolia Blaze, he whispered, voice trembling with an emotion so earnest it could peel paint. Your mud-bending technique, it's just like the heroine from issue 27, arc 4 of the Chronicles. I knew fate brought you to us. Magnolia did not need that kind of commentary right now. Still, she continued working, shaping the mud, coaxing it back to its rightful texture. Whispers of river wisdom drifting from her lips like warm wind. But something unexpected happened. Magnolia's feelings. An ambush. No. No. Okay, we're gonna have to change this, because I don't know. No. Crispin leaned in a little too close. Magnolia shifted a little too quickly. Their shoulders bumped. Just a bump. A perfectly normal, entirely non-intimate country hippo bump. But Magnolia's heart did a weird fluttery hiccup like a startled frog. Oh no. She kept stirring. He kept watching her like she was a prophecy coming alive. Oh no. Mud swirled. Feelings swirled harder. Oh no. Her breath caught. Her hooves faltered for a second. Daisy May noticed. Her eyebrow arched into a shape meaning, oh honey, you best not be catching feelings for that one. Magnolia regained her composure and whispered fiercely at Crispin, don't reach into that. My shoulder just slept. Crispin smiled dreamily. I felt destiny. Bill gagged violently. Hermia snarled, no romantic energy near my mud patch. Sully barked, everyone calm down before the mud destabilizes again. Magnolia swallowed hard and continued her ritual, but the warmth lingering where Crispin's shoulder had touched hers. She hated how she noticed it. She hated how it made her chest feel like ripples in warm water. She especially hated how the soft, hopeful smile Crispin kept accidentally giving her, the one he didn't seem conscious of, the one that said, you are the most important creature I have ever met, my one true sweetheart. That's not in it, but... The brown patch returned to its proud, smooth, velvety perfection. Everyone exhaled. Magnolia stepped away, breathing heavily, trying to ignore the blush creeping beneath her river clay stripes. Crispin gasped and clapped. That was beautiful. Can I draw this as a 2-page spread with sparkles and dramatic shading? Magnolia stared at him, internally screaming because she just realized something awful. She liked him. Not in a dramatic, cape-wearing, prophecy-fulfilling way like he did, but in a soft, unexpected, deeply inconvenient way. And judging by the universe's sense of humor, she suspected those feelings were only going to get worse. Haha, no they won't, because I veto that. Okay. So, am I allowed to point the story in a direction that I want it to go? Or do I have to just let it go? Because I do not want Crispin Chamley to find love. I don't. Okay. I vetoed. I do not want Crispin to find love. Because I think we could do some funny stuff with him. Let's get messy. The restored Prime Mud Patch glistened like a fresh pie cooling on a windseal. Hermia was finally breathing normally again. Daisy May was smoothing the mud like it was being judged by county fair officials. Bill was nudging Hugo, whispering. Magnolia got all flustered. You see that? She caught a feeling. Hugo nodded solemnly. I saw it. She got hit with the old mud flutter. The old mud flutter. I love that. That's beautiful. And Crispin Chamley. Crispin stood atop a mossy stump, Kate billowing in a breeze that did not exist, posing for imaginary fans. I, Crispin Chamley, keeper of the sacred lily pad sash, hereby bless this mud with stability and... Crispin? Stop narrating your own existence. But before Crispin could respond with a monologue no one asked for, a distant rumble shook the riverbanks. A rumble deeper than any thunder. A rumble that made frogs abandon entire lily pad neighborhoods. Hermia stiffened. Hugo gulped. Magnolia's markings glowed faintly. What fucking markings? Bill whispered, oh heck. Fuck. Sounds like someone's dragging a thunderstorm behind him. Daisy May squawked, that ain't weather, sugar. That's an arrival. The cattails bent back. The mud trembled. In the far marsh emerged a massive scarred hippo, with a jaw so square it looked carved from granite. Lightning-shaped markings streaked down his sides. Thunderjaw Thaddeus, herd breaker, territory conqueror, winner of 8 consecutive most intimidating snort contests. Thunderjaw stomped toward the group, each step sending tremors through the mud. He stopped, saw Magnolia, and his eyes widened. Well, butter my biscuits, he rumbled. Magnolia Blaze, I knew I'd find you again. Magnolia exhaled sharply. Again? Crispin gasped theatrically. You know each other? Thunderjaw snorted. Of course I do. Magnolia there once outlawed me in the 9 Mud Challenge. Daisy May clutched her pearls. Well, cattails. Oh. Hello? Oh no! My controller died. Hold on a sec. This is making me want to waller around in some mud, if you know what I mean. Okay, there we go. Daisy May clutched her pearls. Well, cattails. 9 Mud? That's practically intimate. Magnolia bristled. It was a competition. Calm down. But Thunderjaw was already drawing conclusions. Bad ones. The misinterpretation of the century. Thunderjaw's gaze shifted to Crispin, who was standing just a little too close to Magnolia, with a smile that screamed simp and a cave that screamed crept project gone wrong. Thunderjaw's jaw clenched. So, he growled, is this your new mud mate? Magnolia choked. What? No, he's not. Magnolia, you never told me we were soul aligned. Hermia screamed. Bill choked on her reed. Hugo fainted, slowly dropped his sheriff badge in the mud. Crispin? Oh god. Magnolia wheezed like an accordion being sat on by a cow. Crispin? We are not soul aligned. But Crispin, in true chaotic denial fashion, whispered dreamily, "She's just shy." Thunderjaw stomped forward, towering over Crispin. "You got guts, little mudworm." His voice rumbled like gravel poured into thunder. "You claim Magnolia Blaze?" Crispin blinked. Then, in the single worst decision of his entire life, he puffed out his chest and proclaimed, "Yes, I claim her as my destined she-hippo companion." Magnolia screamed into the void. Daisy Mae dropped her cattail fan. Bill whispered, "This boy done lost every marble he ever done owed." Thunderjaw's eye narrowed. "Well then, I reckon I'll have to challenge you." Crispin gulped, then brightened. "A duel of destiny? A battle of mythic proportions? Yes. Have at thee, criminal." Thunderjaw shook his head. "No, son. A public, mud-stirring throwdown." The entire swamp gasped. The legendary ritual, the one only performed by the bravest or the stupidest. Crispin shivered with joy. "I accept." Magnolia pinched her nose. "We're all gonna die." The cult begins. While Magnolia was having a crisis and Thunderjaw was cracking his neck for combat, few members of the East March herd were eyed Crispin strangely. One murmured, "He jumped into the prime mud with no fear." Another whispered, "He saw the mud storm and said it was destiny." A third said reverently, "He restored harmony with pure passion and a cape." Crispin overheard none of this, but the whispers grew. "He's chosen. He's fearless. He's important." Crispin turned around. "Are y'all talking about my chronicles?" he said hopefully. The herd gasped. "He speaks to us." Crispin blinked. "Oh, yes, of course I do." Another gasp. "He acknowledges his followers." Magnolia looked up, eyes wide with horror. "Oh no, not that. Not that." She grabbed Sully's shoulder. "Sheriff, stop them." Sully stared at the forming circle of adoring hippos, chanting, "Crispin! Crispin!" They looked at Crispin, who was soaking it up like a sponge in molasses. Sully whispered, "Well, I think it's too late, ma'am." Crispin raised his hoof. The crowd fell silently instantly, breathless. He wasn't trying to lead them. He was just trying to look dramatic. But to the herd, it was prophecy embodied. "My children," Crispin said, not realizing the consequences of the words leaving his mouth. "I have so much to teach you." The march erupted into cheers. Magnolia put both hooves in her face. Thunderjaw glared at the scene. "Magnolia," he growled. "Is this the fellow you're mixed up with?" Magnolia, voice cracking, whispered, "Thunderjaw, please, I beg you, don't judge me by the company I accidentally keep." Thunderjaw snorted. "Oh, I'm judging, and I don't like what I see." He squared up. Crispin squared up back. The cult chanted. Magnolia wanted to walk into the river and keep walking, and in the swamp's thick, humming air, one thing became painfully clear. The mud uprising was nothing compared to the chaos Crispin was about to unleash. Oh shit. The great monster duel, where Crispin accidentally becomes a messiah-like figure. Messiah-like figure. Bill joining the cult out of boredom. Okay. Do chapter 7. Make it epic. And end with a cliffhanger. Because this is the last chapter we're doing for today. End with a cliffhanger. Where one main character goes to the cult. Make it more make it more romantic, and give Crispin even more chaos. Last chapter for the day. The Big Muddy, a country hippo saga. Chapter 7, The Great Mudster Duel. PG, romantic tension, thick as creek jam. What the fuck is creek jam? Okay, Google, show me this hippo's balls. What is creek jam? Oh, so it's just jam. The wetlands had never seen a crowd like this. Hippos gathered from every corner. North Bend, Cattail Flats, Willow Sink, even the notoriously antisocial Mud Holler herd, all stomping into one massive circle around the dueling mud arena. Sheriff Sully tried giving directions, but nobody was listening. Bill was selling snacks. Fried cattail sticks, 2 for a read. Okay, so we're getting more lore. There's an economy. Great, okay. Daisy May tried to hand out etiquette pamphlets and nearly got tramped. And at the center of all this madness, Thunderjaw Thaddeus and Crispin Chamley stood facing each other like two gods of chaos and biceps. Thunderjaw snorted clouds of dust. Crispin radiated the kind of manic confidence normally found in raccoons attacking bird feeders. Soda, don't be doing that on camera. That's for after hours. Magnolia Blaze stood nearby, staring at Crispin like he was a malfunctioning spell someone cast by mistake. Hermia whispered to Hugo, "This gonna be ugly." Hugo nodded. "This is gonna be biblical." Oh no, Hugo, no! Sheriff Sully stepped forward. "Alright, listen up. This here traditional, friendly, legally binding mudster duel. Each combatant must stir a personal mud circle in..." Crispin raised a hoof dramatically. "I shall stir with the spirit of destiny." Thunderjaw smirked. "Son, your destiny's about to get donked." Magnolia winced. Sully sighed. "As I was saying, winner is determined by texture, consistency, artistry, and dramatic flair." But Crispin had already started. He leapt into his mud pit with the enthusiasm of a toddler hopped up on fermented fruit. What the fuck? What toddler hop? Google. Do toddlers hop on fermented fruit? Oh, they're actually good for babies. Okay, that's actually interesting. No! Hold on. I fucked up. I fucked up. Okay. There we go. Interesting. Okay. Splat! Thunderjaw frowned. "That ain't fair, Sheriff. He started early." Sully held up a hoof. "You try stopping him." Thunderjaw reconsidered. "Fair enough." Crispin began spinning. Spinning. Full body, cape flapping, lily pad sash rippling spins that kicked mud into the sky in perfect arcs. The crowd gasped. Daisy May whispered, "He doing the forbidden stir of eternal vigor." Bill was her back. "I thought that was just a rumor." "No, just highly discouraged." Thunderjaw grunted, then plowed into his own mud pit, starting with practiced, powerful sweeps that sent many waves rippling outward. The air filled with the rich scent of churned earth and questionable decisions. Romance intensified, against Magnolia's will. While Crispin spun like a deranged tornado, he kept turning toward Magnolia every 3 seconds. "Magnolia! This one's for your heart." She nearly passed out. Thunderjaw growled, "She doesn't want your heart, boy." Crispin yelled back, "Love as a journey, Thunderjaw." Magnolia shouted, voice cracking, "No, it isn't. Stop saying that." But Crispin didn't hear her. He was in the zone. A mystical, horrifying place where capes, hopes, and total delusion lived in total delusion lived in harmony. And the worst part? Magnolia's chest fluttered, just a little. But chaos aside, there was something tender about Crispin's sincerity. She hated it, and she couldn't ignore it. Just when the duel reached a fever pitch, Crispin performed a move that defied physics, logic, and 3 swamp safety ordinances. He leapt straight into the air, higher than any hippo had ever leapt, twirling like a muddy ballet comet. As he descended, he struck the mud with all 4 hooves at once. Kerwoof! The mud rippled in perfect concentric circles. I can't read. The kind you only saw in legends or hallucinations. The crowd froze. Thunderjaw froze. Sheriff Sully froze. Magnolia's heart froze. The East Marsh heard. Crispin's followers from the earlier debate began chanting, softly at first, Crispin, 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 then louder and louder, Crispin, Crispin, Crispin. Thunderjaw snarled, "What kind of swamp sorcery?" Crispin panting and covered in mud, smiled radiantly. "It's not sorcery. It's destiny. Recognizing greatness." The chanting intensified. Other herds joined in. Crispin! 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 Bill blinked. "Well, I'm scared." Daisy May whispered, "I think he's ascending." Magnolia whispered, "Oh, Marsh, what have I done?" Thunderjaw slumped in defeat. "I can't compete with this kind, stupid," he muttered. Crispin lifted his muddy hoof like a prophet. "My children," he said dramatically, "we stand at the dawn of a new era." The crowd lost its mind. Magnolia felt her stomach twist into a pretzel. Sheriff Sully dropped his hat, whispering, He's got a cult now." As chaos roared, Magnolia turned and froze. One of the main characters was walking toward Crispin's worshipping crowd. Oh god, who's it gonna be? Slowly, deliberately, expression unreadable. Hermia gasped. Bill shouted, "No way!" Bill sputtered. Crispin beamed, assuming they were approaching to pledge loyalty. And as chanting... I can't talk. As the chanting reached a fever pitch, the characters stepped into the circle, bowed their head, and said softly, "I devote myself to Crispin Chamley." The crowd erupted. Magnolia's heart dropped. Crispin cheered joyfully. The land shook with the force of the moment, and the cult officially gained its first true voluntary recruit. But who was it? Magnolia stared, horrified, because the figure lifting their head was someone she trusted, someone she loved, someone who could tip the balance of the entire swamp, and their eyes gleamed with new, unsettling conviction. Oh my god, okay. Okay, so we don't know who joined. That's interesting. But who do we think it could be? Okay, so it's not Hermia. It's not Bill. I don't think it's Sully, because they're all in the crowd. Magnolia's not. So it's either Daisy May or Hugo. I put my money on Hugo because he did make a comment earlier. Where is it? Hugo nodded. This is going to be biblical. I think he joins the cult. I don't see Daisy May doing it. I think it's Hugo. Okay. Well. we are gonna call it there for the day. I don't know when we'll do this again because I'm actually curious on who's going where and what power the cult has at this point in time. It'd be kind of fun every day to do like a chapter of this. Do like one chapter and just see what happens. Just keep it going. Introduce character deaths and stuff. I think that'd be kind of interesting. Ooh. Okay, so we have chapter 2. Let's get chapter 3. Let's get chapter 4 in. This is fun. This is very fun, Soph. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, we're gonna call it there. Thank you, Soph, for joining. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll probably do some Skyblock, and then, we might do more of this. I am thinking either do a chapter once a day or do a chapter once every other day. We'll figure it out. Anyways, thank you for joining. I highly appreciate it. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.